Hey, welcome back everyone. It is now June 22nd of 2022, and just a couple of hours ago, we finally got to see the grand finale of the Obi-Wan Kenobi TV series with episode 6, showcasing more scenes with Vader, Kenobi, Owen, Beru, and of course Reva as well. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you are new to the channel for future Star Wars updates. Also, by the way guys, make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support. It is greatly appreciated. Now, one thing about the Kenobi grand finale is that there are parts in this episode that really kind of are just okay, but there are other parts that are actually outstanding and amazing, and we're going to go over that a little bit later. But we already know that Lucasfilm and Disney, as of right now, have a lot of big tricks up their sleeve, and of course, big plans that are in the making to really enhance the grand finale of Obi-Wan Kenobi by 2023. We'll be getting into that in just a second. Now, in case you guys have not seen the grand finale of the Kenobi series, I do suggest that you guys back out of this video right now if you don't want to be spoiled. But nonetheless, you know, a lot of things did happen in this particular episode between, of course, Kenobi, Vader, and the whole Reva story that some fans are kind of critiquing over that, and I'll get into that a little bit later as well. Now, on top of all of this, alright, one thing is for certain is that Disney and Lucasfilm are moving forward with an Obi-Wan Kenobi Season 2. We talked about this a couple of days ago of how it's going to focus more on the troubles of a young Luke, Tusken Raiders, and of course Qui-Gon Jinn's Force Ghost training with Kenobi, and how that was teased also at the very end of the grand finale of the Kenobi TV series. There's a lot coming for Season 2, and they really want to make sure that they can expand this Kenobi-verse as much as they can. Now, with that being said, however, what's really exciting about the grand finale is what Lucasfilm has planned in order to really essentially remake or revise the episode. Now, with Disney and Lucasfilm already preparing a series of new movies and TV shows, recently the Kenobi series came to an end, and Disney is already preparing a Season 2 of the Kenobi show that will focus on characters like Qui-Gon Jinn and Kenobi and Luke as well. Now, it's described, however, that there are very involved plans being made for the current finale of the Kenobi series by remaking it by adding in a series of deleted scenes that will elongate the episode and will also include brand new themes of John Williams that weren't actually deleted. This updated version of the episode of the Kenobi finale will be showcased on Disney Plus by early 2023. Now, it's noted that Lucasfilm will be adding in extended scenes of the Vader and Kenobi duel that takes place on the moon of Mustafar. Originally, the fight was double the length in comparison to what fans got in the final cut that was going to involve Qui-Gon Jinn speaking to Obi-Wan Kenobi while Kenobi is actually struggling against Darth Vader during their saber duel. Now, there were original scenes that involved Qui-Gon Jinn's Force Ghost voice telling Kenobi to focus on his memories, where it would bring fans back to other flashbacks of both Kenobi and Anakin training, where Kenobi remembers Anakin's weaknesses when it comes to specific moves that he actually makes in order to defeat Vader. Qui-Gon was supposed to be a great help during the battle against Kenobi and Vader, and that flashbacks of Anakin were going to play over the fight through, of course, the actual Kenobi fight. Now, all of this was going to be added into the revised version of the Kenobi series and the grand finale specifically. Now, let me just stop right here for 1 second. Now, that actually makes a lot of sense. The fact that, you know, we could have had something as amazing as that between both Kenobi and Qui-Gon Jinn. Now, the thing about this is that it would have given Qui-Gon Jinn a little bit more of a purpose in the grand finale of the Kenobi series. Now, yes, I understand that in this cut, you know, Kenobi was able to pick himself up on his own by thinking back to the memories of Luke and Leia and their future and exactly what they can become, and that's exactly what gave him the will to live, the will to fight, right? And that's why he was able to get up, lift all those rocks, and slam them into Darth Vader, eventually lunging toward him and pretty much, you know, obliterating his mask, which really caused a lot of breathing troubles for Vader. Which, by the way, that was very intense, very depressing in a way, the way he was breathing in such a different way. Very scary that the way they showcased Hayden Christensen again as Anakin/Vader. So this grand finale getting revised is a big deal because it's going to include a lot of deleted scenes, that are going to be considered canon, and it will be a different cut, per se, of the actual Kenobi show. So, moving forward from that, alright, this is where things begin to get really interesting, is that additionally there is said to be more Qui-Gon Jinn Force Ghost footage that went unused that Kathleen Kennedy deleted. Now, originally Qui-Gon Jinn was set to have a solid 6-minute scene with Kenobi inside of a cave in the middle of the desert after Kenobi sets down his Eope. However, Kathleen Kennedy forced the Qui-Gon footage to be cut down dramatically, only down to 30 seconds, and that now Lucasfilm is going to be adding in those deleted scenes of Qui-Gon to the actual finale. This is all a response to the fact that they want to offer the fans the complete version of the Kenobi finale, which was supposed to be 1 hour and 20 minutes long, that was reduced down to 48 minutes of brand footage. Now, the tracks of John Williams, including a new version of Duel of the Fates, is set to be used during the Kenobi and Vader duel on the Mustafar moon. All of this is going to begin sometime by the fall, that will be released in early 2023, with a longer version, of course, of the Kenobi finale, along with brand new BTS features that will be attached as well. Now, Qui-Gon Jinn will also be getting some change in his actual appearance, with de-aging technology being applied to Liam Neeson this time around, and altered editing that will be done throughout the whole episode of the finale. Now, this is described to be Lucasfilm's big mission right now, to give fans those deleted scenes and to make them all canon. So, let me just stop right here before we get on to more, interesting stuff about this big thing that's going on between Lucasfilm and Disney. Now, 1 hour and 20 minutes was the original running time of the Kenobi finale. Just think about that. That was the original running time of the Kenobi series. It's very unfortunate that we did not get that, because that's a lot of extra footage. That's a lot of extra Vader and Kenobi, dueling on the Mustafar moon. That's a lot of extra footage of Qui-Gon Jinn talking to Kenobi, having his scenes thoroughly, just as other Force Ghosts have had before in the past. And I think that, obviously, the music is a big deal. That was the one thing that I believe was still lacking in the Kenobi finale. The beginning of this episode, by the way, it really mimicked The Last Jedi a little bit too much, where you had the chase. I don't know if a lot of you realize this, but this is exactly what I was talking about 5 days ago, that Joby Harold used a lot of The Last Jedi as inspiration for the beginning of the finale of the Kenobi show. The chase sequence where Roken, Kenobi, Leia, and everybody are on board being chased by that Star Destroyer with Vader on board, that was deeply inspired by The Last Jedi, where Kylo and everybody else are chasing, of course, the Resistance on board, and how they eventually go on a planet, or in this case a moon. In this scenario, though, it's Kenobi that lands on there. You guys may have even noticed that when Vader lands his shuttle, and the beginning of the fight between Vader and Kenobi actually mimics the Kylo and Luke duel on Crate, in the beginning only, specifically. So, like I said, guys, this revised version of the finale sounds like it's going to be amazing. We'll keep you guys updated and posted on all of that below, and let me know what you guys have to say about the grand finale of the Kenobi series. To you, what were the strong points? What were the weak points? I really would love to hear what you guys have to say about all of that below in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.
From night to moon, we hear them moans again.